Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to this week's Elliott Wave Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a wonderful week. The time now is 11 a.m. GMT on a Saturday morning. This is the time for the live webinar. If you'd like to join it live, you can check out for the links on all our social media platforms. Those that are attending live, just note that our technical traders are on the chat, so you can ask questions. So these are our social media platforms. If you go to the channel, my channel on YouTube, just go to my channel there and open any of the videos. Under the description, you will find our social media pages. There's a lot of charts that we're posting up on our social media pages. You can look for also our Telegram channel. This is where we post the live webinar links for these videos. These are going to happen at 11 a.m. GMT every Saturday, but the video premieres on YouTube at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. So if you'd like to attend the live one, you can join that Telegram group. That's where you'll find the link. You can also find the link on our website. If you go to our website on the home page, you will find the link to the live webinars. You can also follow us follow us on Twitter as well as our Facebook page. So our Facebook page looks something like this, just to make sure that you get to the right one. If you click the exact link, it will take you to this page and you'll see all these charts that are posted here. You'll see also the videos are posted here after they have been recorded on YouTube. So that's where you'll find all the charts before and after charts that we discuss here that play out, and even those that don't play out. Everything you will find on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page and our Telegram page. Right, so let's get started. So that's that information you'll find on the description. Our next course, we currently just completed our August course. So it was a very successful course. I believe the traders have learned a lot. So the next course, which will probably be the last course of the year, is going to start from the 5th of October. You can start booking your space. So it's only about 2 months away, not too far from now. So you can start booking your space for the October course. So this course is available, recorded on videos. You can start to watch it immediately when you book. So that means when we start with a live session in October, you've already watched the course, and the 10 days that we spent during the course will just be an opportunity to interact and ask questions that you may have heard while watching the videos. So check it out on our website there. So that is our website, Trading Waves, and that is ElliottWave-principle.com, but the company is obviously Trading Waves. So that's where you'll find our website. So I am on the members page here. So the members have access to all of this here. So all the pairs that I go through, we have them in the weekly, daily, 4-hour, and 1-hour charts, updated regularly. 1-hour charts updated daily if there's any changes on the chart. So these are the US dollar pairs, the yen pairs, commodities, etc. All right, so you also have the live trading room every single day, Mondays to Friday at 8 a.m. GMT, almost at the start of the London session. We have a live trading room. So if you miss the live trading room due to the time zone, you've got the recording on the website that is available immediately after the session is completed, as well as the chart of the week. That's how we work. Now let's get started with our analysis for this week. We'll start with the DXY. Let's start with the DXY, and I'm going to refer the charts and the update that we've made on the website. So let's start with the US dollar pairs. Before we go to the current charts on TradingView, let's have a look at how we forecasted this. Before we get to that, let's just do a bit of a recap and look at some of the trade setups that we've looked in traded in the week. One of the setups was Chief Yen. Chief Yen, if you remember, on Saturday last week, we were looking for this to break out of this structure, and I was explaining exactly how circumstances can change after you've taken the trade. So we had taken the trade, and after taking the trade, it looked like it was going to make a three-way move and down. So we said we don't take off the trade just because it has changed. What we do is we remember why we took the trade in the first place. We have got a specific indicator that tells us when a trade is ready. So if the indicator says the trade is ready here, we take the trade regardless of what changes. It's either going to hit our stop or hit our take profit. And 70–80% of the time, it will hit our take profit. And this is how CHFJPY has played out. So CHFJPY has crashed the target from here. Even though we had this pullback here, we could see that I was running flat and has hit the target. That is CHFJPY, and that is how it has played out. So CHFJPY was going at the same time with Euro-Yen. Euro-Yen is not on the trade setups here, but if you watch last week's video, you'll see that we were expecting CHFJPY and Euro-Yen to continue pushing higher. Right now, there's CAD Yen here, exactly the same. We've had a specific entry. This is what you get if you all remember. You get an entry, a stop, as well as a take profit area. Not just that, even the area where you need to run your trade risk-free. If your trade starts running at a certain price level, we know when to move to break even. Then you can run a risk-free trade. Right, so that is how CAD Yen has played out. It's not done yet. We're only just about here. It's quite a couple of 100 pips to the upside, and that is how this is playing out. And this is all the analysis that we did in the last week, and this is how this is playing out. This is now AUDCHF. AUDCHF has not really gone anywhere. We've just broken here. We're still around here in this level. It has not really done anything. We'll do an update on this one shortly when we start with the market analysis. We are currently in profit or just at entry, really. So nothing has really happened. So let's look at how the analysis is going to go here when we look at it. So this is the expectation. We can even do a regular flat and continue with the drop. The bias is still the same on AUDCHF. We'll update that one shortly. US dollar CAD. This was the update on our website. This is what we expected, a pullback here and continuation to the downside, and that is how this is playing out. That pullback has happened, and this is how this one is dropping. Is this going to continue dropping from here and go for that wave 5? That we're going to do the update with the market analysis when we start. The US dollar yen has played out inch perfect, although it has not hit the target yet. We will do an update to check whether this is going to continue as expected. So far, we have made a move from the expectation. It is around here. Are we going to continue higher from here? Let's look for that when we do the update as well. This is pound yen. Pound yen, we expected it to come here last week, as I was expecting it to come here and make a correction. That is where we are right now. Are we going to push up higher and play out the forecast as expected? That is where we are currently. We have pushed up higher. We are currently here. We are currently correcting. Is this going to continue pushing higher? That we're going to update shortly. So that is what we have been looking at in the week. It's only just an overview. There is a whole lot of charts out of about 46 charts listed on the website that we look at every single day. Right, so let's look at the current charts. We're going to start with the DXY. So this is the DXY. So here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be looking at the structure. The detailed charts are what you find on the website here. So let's look at the DXY 4 hour. As you can see here, the DXY, we were here, we were forecasting that we're going to come up here and continue to the downside. So we are looking for that wave 5. So essentially what we have here in the red degree is a 1 here, and we've got this flat correction here in wave 2, 3, 4, and looking for this extended wave 5, and that is what we're looking at now. We're looking for this to continue to the downside. Looks like we've got a continuation pattern currently on the DXY, and this is what is happening here. That is that regular flat, that is wave 4 in the green degree that you saw on the website. This is the green degree wave 4 here. Now we're looking for this one to continue to complete the green wave 5 in the green wave 5, which will then complete the whole structure. So we're still looking for a push to the downside. There's no indication for reversal yet. So still weakness in the DXY or in the dollar index or the dollar. So weakness in the coming week still. Let's look at Euro US dollar. Euro US dollar, looking on the website, you'll see that it is the inverse of what is happening in the dollar index. Let's look at the 4 hour. Just like the dollar index, we expected this one to come around this level, make a regular flatten wave 4 and push up higher. So we are currently here. Is this the correction that's going to take us higher? Let's look at the current chart on Euro US dollar. So we've made the regular flat. It's a continuation pattern. Is this going to go from here? It looks like we're going to pull back slightly before we actually go. Indicator has not really confirmed that we're going to go just like that. Maybe a bit of a pullback before we actually go. So this is what we're looking at. There is this possibility. 1, 2, 3, and then we actually make even flat correction or a triangle here even. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we go. So it's 1, 2 here. That's going to be this one here, and a move up here, that, and then that is going to be the move. That is going to be the final move that we're looking at here. So this will be a, just look here, let's change the color to yellow again. This will be A, B, C in the red degree, A, B, C there, and that is the structure that we'll be looking for, and we'll look for continuation to the upside. Where are we currently? We are here. Maybe a bit of a pullback here and a push up higher, come back down again before we go. So a bit more sideways here on the euro, or even a triangle can form. So let's wait for the structure to give us direction there. Pound US dollar. Now pound US dollar, we're looking for a bit of a downside here. We were looking at the similar move structure as well. We're looking in this case for either a running flat or an expanding flat. Can it move from here? It doesn't look like it's going to drop from there. It looks like we're going to have some weakness on the pound pairs short term in the coming week. Look out for these to drop to the downside. Look out for this to drop to the downside. Is this going to be a reversal, or is this just going to break here and continue higher? That is possible. So we're looking for this move to the downside. Watch it when it gets to this level. So we could even get an ending diagonal here and get A, B, C structure here and a move to the upside. So watch how this one is going to drop from here. If it starts doing that, that's going to be an opportunity to ride this one to the top. So weakness on the pound in the next coming week. US dollar chief, identical to the dollar index. Let's just have a look here. Also on the 4 hour, I'm only looking at the 4 hour charts. So a pullback we've already got. Now we're looking for this one to keep dropping for that wave 5, similar to the dollar index. Let's go back again to the chart. So that is where we are currently. We're looking for this one to drop from here. Let's expand the chart a bit there. This is US dollar chief. We're looking for this one to continue lower. Don't let this fool you. This may not be complete. It can make a structure like this. It can be deeper before dropping. So don't just go and sell it at market open. Give it a bit of time. All right, so it has not quite confirmed yet on the indicator. So watch it at market open. We may get a bit of a pullback before dropping. That is a US dollar chief. Also playing out the last wave 4 there. So this is the last wave 4 on US dollar chief, looking for 5 there. There's a lot of, all of a sudden, there's a lot of 5 wave moves, impulse, either impulse or diagonals, unlike just WXY, XZ, because some people, when some people see only WXY, they start just trading only the WXY. We label what we see. We focus on what we see. If we don't see impulsive waves or motive waves, we are not going to label motive waves, right? So that is a US dollar chief, US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD, let's go again to the side so you can have an idea of how these are listed. Let's go back here and look at US dollar CAD on the 1 hour. Now, US dollar CAD on the 4 hour rather. So US dollar CAD, we've got this pullback here. We're focusing that this is going to go all the way. Currently, we have made a move down around this level. This is not a small move. This is a 4 hour, so it's quite a bit of pips here, about 70, 100 pips to the downside here. So now, is this going to continue lower, or this wave 4 can turn out to be a flat correction? There's that possibility. Let's have a look at it and see what the indicator shows us in this case. That is the move. This is where the pullback was. We've got the pullback here. We have started dropping here. Is this going to be the pullback that is going to give us a flat correction in the wave 4 that you saw in green? Is it the green color? Let me just make sure that it's the green color. It is actually the Let's have a look here. Let's clear everything here. It's green. Yes, it is green. Wave 4 in green. Right, so there's a possibility that instead of this wave 4 being here and just a pullback, it can actually be here and make a flat. But let's have a look. Indicator is not giving us that. It's not giving us confirmation for a push to the upside. So far, what we are seeing is continuation to the downside. So we're not expecting that bounce for a flat. So that could be all the way 4 that we're looking at because the indicator is showing us downside so far. Right, so that is US dollar CAD. AUDCHF looking for a bit of a move to the upside. We're looking for upside there. After this flat correction, we're looking for this is a continuation pattern to the upside. Let's just have a look at the daily here, see why we are forecasting upside. Just give you an indication why we're looking for upside on this pace. So this looks like a 5-wave move to the upside so far. So far, this looks like a 1, like a 2, like a 3, like a 4, and we're going for the last wave 5. That wave 5 doesn't look, it looks like it's not complete as yet. So we are still looking for continuation patterns to the upside. Indicator is still telling us that the trend is still intact to the upside. At some point here, we are definitely going to get a deeper pullback, but so far, we are going to keep trading this to the upside until there is a sign of reversal. Let's look at the 4-hour once again. So the 4-hour is showing us continuation to the upside. This is not just going to break out straight like that. We expect a bit of a pullback on the 1-hour and continuation to the upside. That is Audi and New Zealand. New Zealand is weak this coming week. In the next coming session, expect a weaker New Zealand. That's why you see the other pairs have pushed a little higher, but New Zealand US dollar, look at Euro US dollar has pushed up a bit. Pound US dollar has pushed up a bit, but New Zealand is making this 3-wave structure. And as it is now, we are expecting that the New Zealand is going to continue to the downside for a bit of a move to the downside like that. Whether this is going to be a 3-wave move and continuation to the upside, we're going to determine that when we get around this level. But New Zealand in the next coming week will be weak, will continue to show weakness. US dollar ZAR. Now US dollar ZAR, I didn't expect it to complete that flat in the higher degree. I'll show you the flat, but it looks like we're going to get a move to the downside. Either that is going to be the 3-wave move, and whether this is going to continue from to the upside from there, we're going to determine that when we get to this level. So far, we are getting an indication for a move from here to around this level on US dollar ZAR. This is the structure that we didn't expect to happen, and I'll tell you why I didn't expect this structure to happen, even though we could see it. This is a 1, 2, 3. Now, it looks like we could still have this continuing to the upside and going to all-time highs. And the reason why we didn't expect that structure to happen, we've been looking at that all week in the group, was because EURZAR did not play out that structure. If you look at EURZAR, EURZAR has invalidated the structure that we expected. We expected it to just make this flat as well, which did not happen. This one was supposed to make just a zigzag, but did not happen, and instead has gone to almost the all-time highs there on EURZAR. We are at all-time highs, so we expected that US dollar ZAR will also go to the all-time highs. But for this week, we're expecting EURZAR to pull back, but this should continue to the upside. And that is what we expect of US dollar ZAR as well, a continuation to the upside. So the reason for this is obviously because there's weakness in the US dollar, there's also weakness in the ZAR as well. That's why you don't see much of a movement as you do in the other pairs. Pound yen. Pound yen, I've shown you this during trade setups. Let's just go refer again to the website, see what this looks like as listed. Let's go to the yen pairs. Let's look at the yen pairs. Now, looking at the yen pairs, I'm looking at pound yen here. Pound yen, we expected these to continue to the upside. Where are we now? We have dropped slightly. We are currently here. And if we do get a setup here, you can actually take it because that's confirmation for further upside, especially breaking around above this level. We are going to see further upside on pound yen. Let's look at the current chart. So pound yen is currently correcting at these levels. If you get something like this here, you've got a very good trade to the upside, much further upside on pound yen. Keep an eye on it. US dollar yen. Now, US dollar yen, as I've said, we are going to update this one. So if you remember, this was a trade that we took here on US dollar yen. This one has hit the target inch perfect to that level. Now, we started with a move to the upside, expecting a bigger move all the way. Is that move going to happen? There is a possibility that that move does not happen, but as it is now, let's watch and see what structure we get here. If we get a pullback here, we're going to get that continuation pattern because the structure that you're looking at on US dollar ZAR is this one. Let's switch off here so we can just only see the structure. The structure that we're looking at is this three-wave structure here. Simple 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. That is why we sold US dollar ZAR at this level, because we were looking at that structure, the 3-wave correction. We started with an impulsive move to the upside. That's the impulse. Now we're looking for that pulse to move to continue in the prevailing direction of the trend. Is that going to happen, or are we going to get one more down? So if we get one more down, that means we're going to have WXY, XZ on this part. But for now, let's watch first what structure we get here and what the indicator is going to confirm. Are we going to get confirmation for further upside? If we do, then that means that this move is already underway. That is why we're already in the trade here. We're running that risk, that trade risk-free. That is why this is already underway there. All right, so wait to see what happens with this structure here. That is US dollar yen, euro yen. Now euro yen together with CHF yen last week. This is where we were. I showed you that we're going to get continuation pattern from here. Has anything changed this week? Nothing has changed. You're still going to get continuation pattern. Euro yen is still going to push up higher in this week as well. Expect this one to continue higher from here and look at all-time highs there. Not all-time highs, the recent highs. Let's check why we have been trading euro yen and CHF yen to the upside. Just look at the daily here. Look at the daily and see why. Right, so this is a euro yen, and this is why we're looking for this one. If you look at this one here, this is simply the structure we're looking at here. Move up to the downside, a move up, a pullback, and a move to the upside. What does that look like structurally, internally? We have got this as an A, B, C to the upside. You've got a W, X, Y this side. Are we going to get another W, X, Y? So any pullback that we're going to get from current levels will just be giving us this opportunity to ride the rest of the trend. So this is why we have been buying the euro from the bottom the whole time. What is this structure? It's a simple WXY structure in the purple degree, and we're looking for further upside. Even this week, this is still showing continuation to the upside, but how far will that go? At some point here, we need to get a deeper correction, something similar to this structure here, then a move to the upside. That's how simple the euro is. CHF yen, similar. If you look at CHF yen on the daily as well, let's look at CHF yen. Why have we been buying the CHF and the euro? We have seen this a couple of months back. This is a move to the upside. Now we had this 3-wave pullback, 1, 2, 3. Let's use a different color for that so you can see. We've got 1, 2, 3 waves to the downside. Now we have started a move to the upside in this fashion. Okay, so this was an impulsive move A. This is a B. So if this is a B, then that means we're either going to go up here in 5 waves diagonal, or we're going to get another 3 waves. We're not going to get 3 waves here. We're going to get a 5-wave move. We're expecting a 5-wave move. Either that 5-wave move has already started and it's starting like this, we're starting with a 1, 2, and here we've started with a internal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna see 4, 5 in red as well, making this the C. I'm giving a bit of detail there so you can see where this comes from and why we are going to get a deeper pullback at some point around here. But this still needs to push a little bit higher. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in A, W, X, Y in B. Excuse the colors, these are supposed to be different because these are different degrees. Then you've got again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Simple as that. We're currently in the lower degree wave 3. So in that wave 3, lower degree wave 3, what is going on? Let's look at the 4-hour. We're looking for a continuation pattern to the upside again this week. Again this week, we're looking for a continuation to the upside after making this small expanding flat here. Look for continuation to the upside. That's how clear Euro and CHF yen are. CAD yen, we had a setup from here that you saw on trade setups. Is this still gonna go all the way? We are running it risk-free anyway. We just need to see if this is just gonna make this pullback here and continue to the upside. Let's watch and see how this one gives us more data. All right, so this is CAD yen. If we look at CAD yen, the structure is simple. At this point, we're looking at this one. This is a three-way move that you see similar to US dollar yen. US dollar yen, we're looking for this one as a corrective structure and this one to continue with this move that started here at the bottom. Okay, so we're looking for that. So the trend to the upside is still intact. We can see this pullback, doesn't mean anything. It's just a candle to the downside. So we're still expecting further upside provided the indicator confirms as such. AUD yen. Now looking at AUD yen is showing us continuation to the upside, but we do know that the current structure on AUD yen is corrective. For now, we know that we are going to go to the upside in the next coming week. But what does the structure look like? What does the structure look like? It looks like this. We've got a pulsing move down here. We have been correcting since the beginning of June, and this is the structure that we have. Are we going to get to this level and start dropping and make this structure? So far, this is coming up. It's coming up with a corrective structure like that. So we'll try to figure out when the correction ends. That is what we do anyway. When the correction ends, we're going to be looking for this trade to the upside. For the coming week, still continuation to the upside, at least to this level. Right, so this is AUD yen and the New Zealand yen. New Zealand yen, you'll see that the New Zealand, as I've mentioned earlier on, you'll see why I was saying the New Zealand will be weak in the coming sessions. New Zealand last week broke out of this structure, but did not go anywhere. It made another correction and is breaking it down again. What are we expecting on the New Zealand? Is this a three-way move to the upside and making another three-wave and making another push to the upside, making this corrective structure? We're still looking for New Zealand yen to come and make this structure. A bit different to the rest of the yen pair, possibly because of the weakness in the New Zealand itself. Right, gold. Gold, we're currently in a corrective structure. We have come down in a 5-wave impulse from the highs here. We've come down in a 5-wave impulse. You don't see the 4th wave in this degree. I'll show you the 4th wave in the 1 hour. So after that, we're expecting this one to make an A, B, C structure. So we'll expect this one to be a 3-wave structure, A, B, C. So that is what we're looking at here on gold. Bit of a push to the upside. From here, just get the right notation, bit of a push to the upside here to make 1, 2, 3. Whether this comes up as a diagonal, that's also a possibility. Let me just draw it properly. So we've got an impulsive wave 1, 2. This can make a diagonal there, and then we still make a move to the downside before resumption or the move to the upside. For the coming week, bit of a push to the upside. But this is coming up correctively. Let's see how this is going to play out. So just to show you the 5 waves here, you don't see the 5 waves here. Let's see here. Let me show you why you don't see the 5 waves, and that's important. That's why it's important to trade all the time frames. Now, if you look in the 1 hour, you'll see then that you can actually see all the 5 waves. You see here wave 1, you see here wave 2, that is your wave 3, that is your wave 4. Very clear, and then a wave 5. Now what we have now is a pulse move to the upside. That is a A in the lower degree for the B, and this one is now starting to make a sideways corrective structure here in B. Is this going to be an expanding flat? Is this going to be an expanding flat and make this structure? We're still expecting this one to be a sideways move. All right, so let's see how this plays out here. But the indicator is showing us that we're going to see a bit of a move to the upside. All right, so that is gold. Silver, let's have a look at silver. Silver, we're seeing the 3-wave move. This is already on the 1 hour after, okay, you can see silver has made already the same structure as gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has made another ABC. This is what we expected of gold, ABC. Is this now going to pull back? It doesn't look likely. Looks like we're going to be a bit more sideways in this range here with silver. So I expect silver to make another move to the upside here and give a bit of a sideways structure here. Possibly to have this structure here as well. And the last impulsive move to the downside like that, before a resumption of the move to the upside. This is on the 1 hour. Let's have a look on the daily, on the 4 hour rather. Let's look at the 4 hour. So silver is 5 waves down. Now you can now see why I'm saying 5. That's because you can see the 5 waves in the lower degree. We made a 3-wave move to the upside. We made a 3-wave move to the upside. Is this going to be a correction here and another 3 here? And we make this structure here before a move to the upside. It can even be a regular flat or any flat correction if this comes and reaches the top and pull back. So a bit of a sideways move here on silver and gold. Right, platinum, expect a bit of a pullback. This is showing us downside short term. Has made a move to the downside, a correction in 3. Looks like we're going to drop here a bit. Watch it as it gets here because it can bounce up here and make this structure as well. That's just forecasting. So the next immediate move is for this to come down to this level. That is platinum. And looking at Brent crude oil. Brent crude oil, at this point here, we wanted it to just push up to the top of the boundary. Let's switch on here. We wanted it to push to the top of that boundary, what we're looking at as a wave 5. It has now pushed up to that level. We expected it to pull back from that level, but that pullback is not as sharp as we expected. It is still going sideways. So oil is still showing that from here, we are still going to see upside. We're going to update the structure when that is played out. But for now, indications are that this is going to continue to the upside. So this may not be a diagonal. We will need to update that structure. So let's see how this plays out. What we know for sure is that this is going to go up. Pound chief still hasn't qualified yet to be our trade of the week. We've been calling for it for a couple of days. So 2 things here could happen. We could be looking at this one as a 3-wave move. We'll actually look for it to drop last week from current levels around here. It was making this structure. This is where we were. We had made this corrective structure last week and we're already dropping with this. But it's coming down very correctively. This is coming down as a 1, 2, 3-wave move. We can't really see what's going on yet. So we can go back to the lower boundary here and still make a push to the upside. Okay, so that means that move that we're expecting to the downside may not happen on pound chief. But the chief is strong in the coming weeks. So let's see how this one is going to play out from a break below this year. Break below this year and a pullback. We'll be looking for this one to go. Let's keep an eye on that one. We can't really see what the structure is going to be from that. Now, this one is pound Audi. Pound Audi is interesting. Because if you look at pound Audi, we had a pulsing move to the upside. Let's use a different color. We had a pulsing move to the upside, and what we were looking at last week was only seeing these 3 waves. We only saw the 3 waves, and these 3 waves was too small to correct the whole move. So as you can see, it has gone sideways again. It's still gone sideways. It has not gone anywhere. Is this going to reverse from here, or is it going to pull back? This is how we're looking at this structure. There's 3 waves here. There's 3 waves here. There's another 3 waves. That's why I said the pound looks weak short term in the next coming sessions. So this could be the corrective structure that we're looking at on pound AUD that is going to get this one to push up higher again. But for now, with the pound pairs short term, we'll be looking for them to come down. All right, so that is a structure that's going to be an A, that's going to be a B, and look for a C to resume the move to the upside. That is if we get a reversal indication at that level. As it is now, we're getting a sign for downside. Let me switch off here so you can see the structure clearly. This is a 1, 2, 3 down. This is a 1, 2, 3 the up. Now we're looking for another 1, 2, 3 down. That's a WXY corrective structure that we're looking at here. This and then upside. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so that is pound AUD, and the bigger structure here will be A, B, and C before a bigger move to the upside. The trend on AUD, on pound AUD, is to the downside. Pound CAD has made a 3-wave move, completed the 3-wave move in the week. Are we ready to push up higher? No confirmation as yet. This needs to give us a bit of a pullback before continuation to the upside on pound CAD. As it is, there's no confirmation for upside as yet. Let's just have a look here. So if we look at this here, we have got this corrective structure. Looks like we're going to make one more down. So look for one more down on pound CAD. Pound New Zealand. Now pound New Zealand, we're seeing a strong divergence on the RSI. If we look at the RSI here, we're seeing very strong divergence. This one makes a new high. This one is making a new low. We should see a pullback at some point here. So again, supporting the weakness of the pound pairs in the coming weeks. So let's look out for a pulse move here on pound New Zealand. Pound ZAR, we already looked at this one. Pullback in this week. Actually a nice trade here for short-term downside on pound ZAR. Euro pound, we had a sell setup on this pair a couple of 2 weeks back. The sell setup that we had was here. That has failed, as we've indicated, has not hit our stop loss. Our stop loss was around here, but we're going to exit this trade because it looks like it's going to make a move to the upside. We can see that this is a 3-wave move, however, but we don't like this trade anymore. Even if it does play out, this is just going to get around this level. Okay, so that is a euro pound. Look out for this. Look out for this. I'm expecting this to continue to the upside. Euro AUD. Euro AUD has pushed up higher from this structure here, has broken out of that structure to looking like a continuation pattern to the upside. Are we going to get that continuation pattern to the upside? Let's see. We've come down in 3 waves, but it looks like we've gone up in 3 waves again. Although the 3 waves to the upside is a bit sharp. Let's have a look what we have here. We should at least see a pullback here. We should see a pullback here and a continuation to the upside. That is Euro, AUD, EURCAD is showing us upside. EURCAD, are we going to get upside here? So EURCAD, unlike pound CAD, is showing clear upside here. Let's see here. We should get a bit of a pullback and then upside. Let's revisit pound CAD again. Looking at pound CAD, similar 3-wave structure, but this one is not convincing as yet. So because EURCAD is showing us a clearer structure, we will expect a pullback here as well on pound CAD and continuation to the upside. Just looking at the correlation between the two. EUROCHF. Now EUROCHF, we expected this structure and it doesn't look like it's going to play out. We're looking at this one to be making a expanding flat like that and then expecting that drop. That drop does not look like it's coming. It looks like we're still going to have this one as a continuation pattern and then upside here. That means a bigger structure. So that means this is all the correction here that we needed, and this is going to continue from there. So expect this one to break out of this structure and continuation to the upside. So that is EUROCHF. Euro New Zealand, continuation to the upside, similar to pound yen, pound New Zealand rather. This is still showing continuation to the upside. It has gone up in 5 waves. Just close this one off. It has gone up in 5 waves, so we're going to be expecting a pullback, a deeper pullback, before a resumption of a move to the upside. That is Euro New Zealand, EURZAR, we've already looked at that. AUDCHF. AUDCHF looks like it's going to resume a move to the upside. Last week we had this one here, expected this to drop. Now we've made the 3 waves, looks like we're going to start a move to the upside again. Clearing this, we're going to see further upside. It's interesting that Audi is strong while the New Zealand is weak in this week because they are directly correlated. AUDCHF, this trade has gone very slowly. We had a setup here. I said the chief is going to be strong in the coming week. So we had a trade setup here 2 weeks back, expecting this one to drop. It's coming down correctively. Looks like we're going to have another move to the upside here. So it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 to the upside. So more sideways. So like pound chief as well, if we do get to the downside here, it is not going to go very far. Rather, so like euro pound, just like euro pound, it's not going to go very far. All right, so that is AUDCHF. Audi New Zealand, keep buying this one. Every time you get an entry for upside, every time you get a pullback similar to this, you keep buying this. Keep buying this one. The structure on this one, just quickly on the daily. Why we're looking for this one to go to the upside is this. We are simply looking for this structure. It's a pulsing move. It's a corrective structure that has been in place since 2015. Don't know how many of you have been trading since then. Since 2013, this has been coming down like this. We've made a pullback here like that. And this has been the correction since 2013. And we've now broken out of that correction. We're going with this move. This is why I'm saying keep buying Audi New Zealand up to about 1,500, 1,600. Now, internally, if you look at the structure, you'll see that we've got a clear 3 waves down, we've got a clear 3 waves up, and clear 3 waves down. So that is an internal WXY structure there. And externally here, you've got an ABC structure. So what you're getting here is an impulsive move to the upside, a 5-wave impulsive move to the upside. So every time you get pullbacks, keep buying this, keep buying this. That is Audi New Zealand. So Audi New Zealand pushing up higher means weakness in the New Zealand. New Zealand CAD, like I said, the New Zealand is weak this week. Look out for a pullback here and continuation to the downside. Let's go to the 4-hour. Now on the 4-hour, you already have that pulsing move to the downside. Every time you get a pullback here on New Zealand CAD rather, you're looking for downside. We've got this structure already. We've got this one as a running flat. Let's show this one with the, we've got this running flat. It's 3 waves up, it's 3 waves back, and you've got 3 waves to the upside. Now that move looks to have completed. Even if this is not going all the way and we make a deeper correction like that, we're still gonna see downside on New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CHF. New Zealand CHF. Again, the CHF is strong, so that's why you see pairs that are against the CHF dropping. We've got this one coming down, still showing continuation to the downside. It has not stopped. We're still looking for downside. So it's 3 waves up here on New Zealand CHF. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, and now you're looking for this 1, 2, 3. Are we gonna see a bounce here? Let's see if we're gonna get a bounce, but that bounce doesn't look like it's the one that's gonna reverse it. We're still gonna see continuation to the downside. CAD CHF, a clear 3-wave structure, and we're looking for downside here. This is a 3-wave structure. We're looking for downside on CAD CHF. Look for this. Right, so let's look at the indices, S&P 500. So the S&P 500, let's see, are we going to get continuation to the upside again? We are looking at a 5-wave structure. So that means at some point here, we need to get a corrective structure, a deeper corrective structure. We are at all-time highs currently, exactly at all-time highs on the S&P 500, but it looks like we're still going to push a little bit higher. Even if we do push a little bit higher here, that's just going to be to complete the wave 5. We're going to see a pullback. We're going to see a deeper pullback and a continuation to the upside. Initially, we expected this to be a wave 4 here. We expected this, that we expect that we're going to have this one as a pullback and our wave 4 was going to be a flat. Okay, so we have changed that view because this has now broken higher. We've changed the view now. Indicator is showing us that from here, we're still going to push a little bit higher. So let's see if we push up higher, are we still going to get the deeper correction? We'll see if we get any signs of reversal from that level. Dow Jones Industrial still pushing a little bit higher. Continuation to the upside. We're seeing continuation to the upside also to complete the wave 5. We're looking at this as a 5-wave structure on the Dow Jones Industrial as well. The NASDAQ, all-time highs, new all-time highs, and it looks like we're still going to continue, just a pullback and continuation to the upside for that wave 5 in blue. We're still looking for that to continue to the upside. All right, so this is the NASDAQ, UK 100. So the UK 100, last week we expected 1, 2, 3, and this one to resume a move to the upside. Doesn't look like it's ready because it did not go all the way. We've made this 3-wave pullback, which we expected to go, did not go. So what we have now here on the UK 100 is this one here, showing downside. One more down here. We're going to have to relate this to the rest of the structure. Looks like we could have a XXY structure here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just have a look here. Let's switch off. It's a clear structure actually, because you've got one impulsive move down here up there. You've got this as a flat. That is 1, that is 2, that is 3, and this is upside. Let's change the color just now. This is upside, and this is yellow color, upside here. So you've got what looks like a running flat, and you're coming down with this one. So we started with a passing move to the downside. We've got this one as A, B, you're looking for a C in purple. So any pullback here, you're going for your C. You're going for your C, and that is internally, you're going to have A, B, C in the lower degree, A, B, C. With the red, you're going to have another red degree, lower degree in the red, A, B, and the C. Right, so look for continuation to the downside on the UK 100. The DAX, we also expected the DAX to continue higher, but because the UK 100 is dropping, we're expecting the DAX to also make one more move down in the coming session. Right, so that is the DAX, the Nikkei. Nikkei, continuation to the upside, has made that wave 4, played out exactly as expected. We've got this one as a wave 4, has played out as a regular flat there. Let's change the color. 1, 2, 3, and continuation to the upside. Any pullback, we're going all the way to wave 5 on the Nikkei. Lastly, the Nifty. So on the Nifty, we're looking at this one to make a correction at current levels, and it will push up higher. That's all for this week, guys. So look out for the Crypto Corner live. It's going to play live on YouTube at 11 a.m. That is South African time. That is going to be 9 a.m. GMT. Crypto Corner plays at 9 a.m. GMT on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.